Disability Inclusion Group at Kwantlen Polytechnic University. First of all, let's start off with what is a disability? Well, disability is an interaction between features of a person's body and mind and features of the society in which they live. A disability can occur at any time. Some people are born with a disability, while others develop a disability. Disability can be permanent, temporary, or episodic. Many people with disabilities experience discrimination and barriers. Foundation to this discrimination is ableism. Ableism is a belief system that embraces non-disabled people as normal and valued members of society. People with disabilities are somehow understood as not being normal and having less value. Examples of this discrimination in Canadian society is the fact that 42.3% of adults with disabilities are not in the labor force. And of those that are in the labor force, 41% experience low income. Another way of explaining disability is the social model of disability. And instead of seeing the person with the disability as the problem, the social model of disability sees society as the problem. Through attitudes, stigma, and prejudices, society creates barriers to people with disabilities. It prevents participation in mainstream society. Canadian society is trying to advance accessibility and to eradicate any kind of ableism. Canadian society is doing this through the Accessible Canada Act, and in British Columbia, we have the new Accessible British Columbia Act. Disability Inclusion Group has the goal of creating an environment and culture where all people with disabilities feel welcomed, valued, supported, and empowered at KPU. Its membership includes KSA Students with Disabilities Representative, Students with Disabilities, Student Services, Support Staff, Human Resource Services, Faculty, and the Director of Diversity from the President's Diversity and Equity Committee. The objectives of Disability Inclusion Group are to support and empower students, staff, and faculty with disabilities, to increase awareness, affirmation, and education around disability issues, challenge ableism and reduce stigma, contribute to development of a supportive, anti-ableist culture, and to help create a more accessible, inclusive, and safer campus community. And of course, to demonstrate KPU's commitment to enrich and enliven the diversity of its community, including people with disabilities. Some of our work that we have done to date is we were asked to review HR 18, the Employee Accommodations Policy and Procedures. We are collaborating on the creation of an accessible event planning guide system. We have been consulting with the emergency management system, making sure that people with disabilities are included in any kind of emergency situation. We regularly meet with facilities to talk about ways that we can advance the accessibility of our campuses. If you would like to get involved or come to a meeting to discuss disability and accessibility at KPU, please email us at dig@kpu.ca. Image description: 4 adults, 1 child silhouettes holding hands up in the air. Second adult silhouette is in a wheelchair.